Yay! Okay, hi everybody!
Hi.
Wow, welcome to the Kartika Purnima Fire Homas. So this is a really special full moon. I mean, yes, all full moons are powerful and by definition a little special, but this one is unique in that it belongs to Lord Muruga, who is an extraordinary character. Muruga, in the Vedic pantheon, in the Indian tradition, he's considered the general of the divine armies. Really interesting. He's the cosmic warrior, you could say. Sorely needed, I would imagine. Every November is the Kartika Purnima, which is like his birthday, the birthday of the Muruga energy. But in our own human energy system, Muruga is our third eye. He has that faculty of discrimination, of clarity, of transmission of divinity, and like that. So we're all linked very powerfully, whether we know it or we don't know it, or we have that name or a different name for this energy that we call Lord Muruga. In the West, he's also known as Michael the Archangel. Same energy, same character. And his deal is he's destroying negativity very, very strongly. He's given a special weapon, a spear from Mother Divine called the SHAKTI veil. And actually, Muruga is so important in our planet and in our energy systems that he gets 2 full moons a year. One is the November one, which is the birth of the Muruga energy, and the second one, it comes in usually January or February, called Taipusam, which is a day that Muruga receives this special spear from Mother Divine, called the SHAKTI veil. And those who know this tradition pretty well know that we have a SHAKTI veil that was given straight from Mother Divine to our colleague Jonathan Rosen back in the day, in the 2008 Hessraim process. Straight from the Mother, straight from not this planet, huge, huge power object, and really carrying all the energy of the Muruga capacity and the directive to destroy negativity. Especially Muruga, he comes to kill these demons. Demons means they're embodiments of these terrible blocks and characteristics that human beings all carry. I mean, yes, they're actually beings, but more to the point, they represent the energies that are so very negative. And Muruga comes to destroy greed, arrogance, and fear. So I would again say highly needed in our planet at this time. So it's perfect, beautiful timing to celebrate Lord Muruga. So we'll add some extra mantras today that are specific to Muruga, to our usual full moon format, which is generally about Mother Divine. If you are tuning in on YouTube, then the text of the mantras is in the description of the event, so you can all chant along as well. And I do want to say also, there's another special aspect to Kartika Purnima, which is that it is they call it the Diwali of the gods. Diwali is the time when, in the human spectrum, it's usually right after Navratri, it's like a new moon in October, where human beings, in the Vedic tradition, they'll light oil lamps at dusk time, they'll invite Lakshmi, the mother of abundance and prosperity, into the home. And it's a big party time. It's sort of like Christmas in the West. But this time, Kartika Purnima is when the celestial plane is celebrating Diwali. So they're lighting the oil lamps on the celestial. They are inviting the light into a dusk time, a transition time into winter during this season. So the energy is very strong. That's the bottom line. The energy is very strong, and the divinity is flowing in a really beneficial and uplifting and really beautiful way from the cosmic, both from this Diwali of the gods and from this birth of Lord Muruga, and that these two converge is, I'm sure, no accident. So, that said, let's talk to the fire and invite this Muruga character in. I do want to call your attention to in the fire pit they made his yantra. His yantra is the Star of David, the 6-pointed star. So that's an ancient symbol that predates all the religions and things, and all the other uses of this 6-pointed star on our planet. But Muruga himself that's his structure. He is like when you have an upward facing triangle in the technology of yantra, of diagrams, sacred energy homes of these beings, upward pointing triangle is always the Shiva, or the male energy. Downward is always the mother, or the female energy. So when you have the two superimposed on each other, you get the clarity and the flame of the third eye. You get Muruga. So that's exciting. Okay, we'll start with an arati and then we'll hop to the divines. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnum Sashivarnam Chaturabhujam Prasannavanam Dhyaye Sarva Vignopashantaye. Om Tat-savitur Varey-nyam, Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi, Pracho Die-yat. So we will begin with the SHAKTI GAYATRI mantra. SHAKTI GAYATRI is the extra power form of GAYATRI, and she is the link to the most enlightened consciousness available in our world. So also Gayatri herself, Shakti Gayatri, is like linked to the creation of the sun energy, and so it's good to ask for what you want, blessed, uplifted, healed, like that. That's the feeling of this particular mantra. So I, clean, 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 sound, sound, sound. Bhur, Bhuva, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam, Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi, Pracho Die-yat. Om. I, clean, 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 sound, sound, sound. Bhur, Bhuva, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam, Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi, Pracho Die-yat. Om. I, clean, 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 sound, sound, sound. Bhur, Bhuva, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam, Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi, Pracho Die-yat. Om. I, clean, 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 sound, sound, sound. Bhur, Bhuva, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam, Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi, Pracho Die-yat. Om. I, clean, 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 sound, sound, sound. Bhur, Bhuva, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam, Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi, Die-yat. Bhuva Suvaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Kleem Saoum Bhur Suvaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Kleem Saoum Bhur Suvaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Kleem Saoum Bhur Suvaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. My Kleem Saoum Bhur Suvaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Kleem Saoum Bhur Suvaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Kleem Saoum Bhur Suvaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Kleem Saoum Bhur Suvaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Kleem Saoum Bhur Suvaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Kleem Saoum Bhur Suvaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Kleem Saoum Bhur Suvaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Kleem Saoum Bhur Suvaha
Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Ping 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 Sam Bhur Swaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Ping 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 Sam Bhur Swaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Ping 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 Sam Bhur Swaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Ping 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 Sam Bhur Swaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Ping 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 Sam Bhur Swaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Ping 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 Sam Bhur Swaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Ping 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 Sam Bhur Swaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Ping 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 Sam Bhur Swaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Ping 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 Sam Bhur Swaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Ping 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 Sam Bhur Swaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Ping 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 Sam Bhur Swaha Tat-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om my Kling, 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 Saum, Saum, Saum. Bhur Svah, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi. Diyo yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Nine, 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 Kling, 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 Saum, Saum, Saum. Swarupa-Nyayna, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi. Diyo yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Nine, 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 Kling, 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 Saum, Saum, Saum. Bhur Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi. Diyo yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Nine, 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 Kling, 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 Saum, Saum, Saum. Svah, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi. Diyo yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Nine, 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 Kling, 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 Saum, Saum, Saum. Svah, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi. Diyo yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Nine, 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 Kling, 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 Saum, Saum, Saum. Svah, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi. Diyo yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Nine, 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 Kling, 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 Saum, Saum, Saum. Svah, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi. Diyo yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Nine, 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 Kling, 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 Saum, Saum, Saum. Svah, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi. Diyo yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Nine, 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 Kling, 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 Saum, Saum, Saum. Svah, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi. Diyo yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Nine, 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 Kling, 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 Saum, Saum, Saum. Svah, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi. Diyo yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Nine, 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 Kling, 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 Saum, Saum, Saum. Svah, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi. Diyo yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Nine, 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 Kling, 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 Saum, Saum, Saum. Svah, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi. Diyo yo Namaha. Die-yat. Om. Nine, clean, 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 Saum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo Maha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Nine, clean, 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 Saum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo Maha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Nine, clean, 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 Saum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo Maha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Nine, clean, 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 Saum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo Maha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Nine, clean, 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 Saum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo Maha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Nine, clean, 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 Saum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo Maha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Nine, clean, 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 Saum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo Maha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Nine, clean, 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 Saum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo Maha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Nine, clean, 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 Saum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo Maha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Nine, clean, 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 Saum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo Maha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Nine, clean, 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 Saum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo Maha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Nine, clean, 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 Saum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Pracho Die-yat. Om Nine, 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 Kleem, 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 Saoum, Saoum, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi, Dhiyo yo Namaha, Pracho, Die-yat. Om Nine, 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 Kleem, 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 Saoum, Saoum, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi, Dhiyo yo Namaha, Pracho, Die-yat. Om Nine, 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 Kleem, 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 Saoum, Saoum, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi, Dhiyo yo Namaha, Pracho, Die-yat. Om Nine, 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 Kleem, 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 Saoum, Saoum, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi, Dhiyo yo Namaha, Pracho, Die-yat.
Last time.
Om Nine, 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 Kleem, 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 Saoum, Saoum, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha, Tat-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi, Dhiyo yo Namaha, Pracho, Die-yat.
Good. So we have some sponsors today. Sponsors means they paid extra to have their name or the name of a loved one read into the fire. And after each name we say, "Oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama." Big Ma, the little Ma, to send the energy directly to that particular soul. That's sponsors of their life. So for Subhama Anupati, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Diana Hersman, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Sherry McCoy, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Ellen Todd Bueller, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Matt Locker, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Michael Sullivan, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Christopher Allen, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Cheryl LeBrie, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Abigail Rose Medina, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. For Kale, Andrea, and Saya Cridge, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. For Jan Martin Sharps, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. To the Figueroa family during this very difficult time, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Kobe Hersman, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Blue Hersman, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Ginger Hersman, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. And Karine Sophie, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Beloved Myrna Campbell, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Brenda Billings, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Julie Forrest, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Neil Valamsapla, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Angelo Morelos, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Bielka Rivero and her family, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Roberta Falk, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. George Brennan, oh Mama, oh Mama, oh Mama. Eating Croft and her family,
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
E and H are
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Barbara, Papa, and family.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Carolyn Overting and her family, Matthew, Suzanne, David, and Toki.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Desiree Sterling and her family in Norway, Belgium, Spain, Guatemala, and U.S.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Hazel Heavenly Healing House, its founders and its clients.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Alicia Campbell.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
J.E.B. Campbell.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
G.G. Campbell.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Claire Liz Pierre Louis.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Marinella Toner.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Basilika Toner.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Yenny Lico.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Athena Toner.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Noah Katza.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Mateo Katza.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Afi Katza.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
John Salati.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Andrea Everstern.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Becky and Tom.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Michelle Farrell, Joe, and Alfie Merritt.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
Stefan and Catherine Dada.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
To our students in the one-year mastery program, the Panchabhuta group, may they have incredible success.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
To the end of white supremacy in America.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
For our brothers and sisters fighting desperately in Ukraine, that they may have success, and for Vladimir Zelensky and his family, they may stay safe and protected.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
For the people of Palestine.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
In support of the divine feminine rising in the world everywhere, especially through the week.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
In Santa Cruz County, all the heads of service agencies working together to promote brilliant solutions to homelessness, may they have continued success.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
And for Atma Schumann and these 800 Germans meditating daily for world peace.
Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama.
And speaking of Om Mama, we are off to the big Maha Kali. So usually full moons are our big Divine Mother format. We talk to Shakti Gayatri to open the consciousness. Then we talk to Makali, the very fierce, destroying mother. She looks terrifying, and the reason is that she's the peak form of divinity. Interesting. It has to take a fierce face to destroy the worst negative. That's the nature of Makali. That's why she looks so scary with the tongue hanging out, dripping blood, and the necklace of skulls, and the whole thing. She is all of the divine come together, all the gods, goddesses, rishis, angels, avatars, every speck of divinity in the creation comes together. Actually, they do it in a fire homa. They make a big primordial, big fire, and then it morphs into whatever form of Mother Divine they need to create in the moment. I'm sure that's a good message for all of us. And she goes on the battlefield armed with all the weapons of all the gods, goddesses, everybody, and takes down the demons who represent the worst egoism, greed, selfishness, cruelty, etc. Like that. That's the nature of Maha. So for us, who are these demons? They're our own crazy blocks, our own crazy egoisms and negativities like vanity, pride, jealousy, anger, depression, unworthiness. Whatever's in us that's blocking us from seeing our own divinity. These are the demons. They're just writ large in the stories, the epic scriptures of India, when they tell about how they come so consolidated that they actually take a form and then start torturing all the realms, and that's when Mother has to step on and cut their heads off on the battlefield. So she's a no-nonsense lady, and she's the one that is the right person to offer our crazy blocks to. Offer your head to her. Let her help just dissolve some of the crazy negative qualities that you've got. We all have them. the egoism, the anger, the fear. Fear's a big one, right? It takes a lot of different faces. Jealousy. Somebody got something I didn't. Yeah, for me. Self-absorption, entitlement, blaming, holding resentment. Nope, nobody ever does that, right? So offer that stuff to her and have her transform it and throw it back to you from the holy fire, from the celestial connection to her, as high divine energy that you can then use in your structure to propel your soul forward so that you can express more of the divine purpose you came here to do. That's the nature of dealing with her in this really, they call it in Sanskrit an ugra form, an ugly, terrifying form of mother. Ugra, I believe, is the root of the English word ogre. So we're dealing with that, but we see the beauty behind her fierceness. So we're not dissuaded from her scary face. So her mantra, it's a very long mantra, very sorry. Again, for folks online, it's in the description of the video, so you can find it there. She's a big structure. She represents the totality of divinity, so of course it's a big mantra. It is from the fire element mantra of the pelvic floor systems. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem, Om, Dheem, Kleem, Saoum, Saoum, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Maha, Agni, the fire. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem, Om, Dheem, Kleem, Saoum, Saoum, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Fire element. She comes, she's pretty pissed. She's very fiery. She's very angry at her stupid kids messing up. Oh dear. Then, water element, we calm her down. Om Tum Dum Jum, Kanaka Durgamba. Om Tum Dum Jum, Hug, Kanaka Durgamba. Durga Devi Prasanam. Durga. Kanaka Durga is that Homa over there. She is the one who's killed all the negativity, and she's got a big happy smiling face, even though her form is still fierce. So we cool her down with that water element. And that word, hum, most important word in the mantra. Hum is the word that her ultimate weapon, Sudarshana Chakra, the energy of the sun, harnessed in like a shuriken in martial arts, like a discus, goes slicing through the air off of her index finger, never misses, totally never misses negativity, lops the heads off the demons. That's kind of game over for the whole epic battle for that round. The sound that Sudarshana makes as it flies through the air is hum. It's a negativity cutter. Very powerful mantra in itself. Om Tum Dum Jum Kanaka Durgamba. Om Tum Dum Jum Hum Kanaka Durgamba. Durga Devi Prasanam. Then a row of angels. Om Yamata Raja Bana Salagam. Then Mama, Mama, Mama. Each of us and the mother. Mama. Big flame, individual spark. Atma, Atma, Atma. Your soul. Raksha, Raksha, Rakshaman. Or Raksha, which is protection. That whole giant thing long enough is her, and it's really worth trying to do it anyway. So get hold of your blocks, get hold of your negativity, get hold of whatever your habits are that drive you crazy. You're not serving. Offer them to her. And we'll do it a couple times slowly together, and then we'll bring it up a little to speed. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Dheem, Kleem, Saoum, Saoum, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Dum Jam, Kanaka Durga. Om Dum Jam, Hum, Kanaka Durga. Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamata Raksha Vana Salakam. Mama, 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 Atma, 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 Raksha, Raksha, Raksha. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Dheem, Kleem, Saoum, Saoum. Maha, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Dum Jum, Kanaka Durgamba. Om Dum Jum Hum, Kanaka Durgamba. Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamata Raja Salakam.
Mama, 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 atma, 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 raksha, 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 mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Dheem, 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 Sam, Sam, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Klum Klum Jam, Kartika-Purnima. Om Klum Klum Jam Ham, Kartika-Purnima, Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamacharachavanasalakam, Mama, 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 Atma, 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 Raksha, 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 Mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Dheem, 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 Sam, Sam, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Klum Klum Jam, Kartika-Purnima. Om Klum Klum Jam Ham, Kartika-Purnima, Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamacharachavanasalakam, Mama, 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 Atma, 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 Raksha, 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 Mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Dheem, 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 Sam, Sam, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Klum Klum Jam, Kartika-Purnima. Om Klum Klum Jam Ham, Kartika-Purnima, Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamacharachavanasalakam, Mama, 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 Atma, 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 Raksha, 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 Mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Dheem, 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 Sam, Sam, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Klum Klum Jam, Kartika-Purnima. Om Klum Klum Jam Ham, Kartika-Purnima, Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamacharachavanasalakam, Mama, 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 Atma, 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 Raksha, 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 Mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Dheem, 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 Sam, Sam, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Klum Klum Jam, Kartika-Purnima. Om Klum Klum Jam Ham, Kartika-Purnima, Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamacharachavanasalakam, Mama, 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 Atma, 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 Raksha, 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 Mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Dheem, 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 Sam, Sam, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Klum Klum Jam, Kartika-Purnima. Om Klum Klum Jam Ham, Kartika-Purnima, Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamacharachavanasalakam, Mama, 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 Atma, 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 Raksha, 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 Mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Dheem, 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 Sam, Sam, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Klum Klum Jam, Kartika-Purnima. Om Klum Klum Jam Ham, Kartika-Purnima, Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamacharachavanasalakam, Mama, 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 Atma, 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 Raksha, 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 Mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Dheem, 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 Sam, Sam, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Klum Klum Jam, Kartika-Purnima. Om Klum Klum Jam Ham, Kartika-Purnima, Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamacharachavanasalakam, Mama, 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 Atma, 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 Raksha, 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 Mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Dheem, 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 Sam, Sam, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Klum Klum Jam, Kartika-Purnima. Om Klum Klum Jam Ham, Kartika-Purnima, Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamacharachavanasalakam, Mama, 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 Atma, 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 Raksha, 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 Mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Dheem, 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 Sam, Sam, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Klum Klum Jam Kanaka-durgamba. Om Hum Hum Jam Hum. Kanaka-durgamba, Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamatara Japana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem Dheem Klim Klim Sam Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Dum Dum Jam Kanaka-durgamba. Om Dum Dum Jam Hum. Kanaka-durgamba, Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamatara Japana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem Dheem Klim Klim Sam Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Dum Dum Jam Kanaka-durgamba. Om Dum Dum Jam Hum. Kanaka-durgamba, Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamatara Japana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem Dheem Klim Klim Sam Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Dum Dum Jam Kanaka-durgamba. Om Dum Dum Jam Hum. Kanaka-durgamba, Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamatara Japana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem Dheem Klim Klim Sam Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Dum Dum Jam Kanaka-durgamba. Om Dum Dum Jam Hum. Kanaka-durgamba, Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamatara Japana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem Dheem Klim Klim Sam Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Lum Lum Jam Kanaka-durgamba. Om Lum Lum Jam Hum. Kanaka-durgamba, Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamatara Japana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem Dheem Klim Klim Sam Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Dum Dum Jam Kanaka-durgamba. Om Dum Dum Jam Hum. Kanaka-durgamba, Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamatara Japana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem Dheem Klim Klim Sam Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Dum Dum Jam Kanaka-durgamba. Om Dum Dum Jam Hum. Kanaka-durgamba, Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamatara Japana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem Dheem Klim Klim Sam Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Dum Dum Jam Kanaka-durgamba. Om Dum Dum Jam Hum. Kanaka-durgamba, Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamatara Japana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem Dheem Klim Klim Sam Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Dum Dum Jam Kanaka-durgamba. Om Dum Dum Jam Hum. Kanaka-durgamba, Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamatara Japana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha 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 Mam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem 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 Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Gulum Jam Kartika Om Gulum Jam Kartika Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamachara Sarakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha 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 Mam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem 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 Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Gulum Jam Kartika Om Gulum Jam Kartika Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamachara Sarakam. Mama Mama Atma 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 Raksha 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 Mam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem 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 Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Gulum Jam Kartika Om Gulum Jam Kartika Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamachara Sarakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha 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 Mam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem 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 Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Gulum Jam Kartika Om Gulum Jam Kartika Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamachara Sarakam. Mama Mama Atma 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 Raksha 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 Mam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem 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 Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Gulum Jam Kartika Om Gulum Jam Kartika Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamachara Sarakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha 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 Mam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem 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 Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Gulum Jam Kartika Om Gulum Jam Kartika Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamachara Sarakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha 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 Mam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem 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 Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Gulum Jam Kartika Om Gulum Jam Kartika Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamachara Sarakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha 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 Mam. Last time. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem 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 Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Gulum Jam Kartika Om Gulum Jam Kartika Durga Devi Prasanam. Om Yamachara Sarakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha 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 Mam.
Woo! Alright. Okay, on to Muruga. Who's that guy? Who is that guy? Om Hari Tiru Muruga. Om Guru Guru Parama Guru. Om Kumarara Kalam Shanti Shanti Shanti. Who's Muruga? He's a Bhur guy. So, yeah, I explained at the beginning, he is the divine warrior, the general of the divine armies. He dictates where the forces of light go and how they do their work to bring more light over the darkness. That's the nature of Muruga. He's also he's a funny character, like he's a very quick guy, very fast. That's his nature. He rides a peacock. What does that mean? Peacock, right? The most colorful, gorgeous, beautiful kind of vain creatures in the world. It means he's mastered vanity. He has zero vanity. He's kind of the ultimate has no shits to give kind of character. I love Muruga because he doesn't entertain pretense and he doesn't suffer divine fools. So he's kind of like finishing school for the spiritual people. Frequently, like, you'll see stories of Muruga that he has different ways that he appears to people. But the one I love the best is he comes as like this little gormless kid. He's like 10 years old with no filters. And usually to bust some big saint who thinks they are just so God's gift to the earth because they're usually a Muruga devotee. And there's a famous story actually where he's like a little kid just sitting on a like fence, chewing a straw, and this big lady saint comes by, and she's just come from the temple where she's singing all the songs, the holy bhajans to Muruga that she's composed. And she's kind of full of herself. And he just starts poking at her, verbally poking at her, until she gets like all huffy and, it's kind of like, who do you think you are? And don't you know who I am, right? Is her stance to this obnoxious little kid who keeps getting in her face. And then he kind of shows himself to be Muruga, and she's, horrified at her own egoism. She's totally surrendered at his feet. She realizes, wow, what an idiot am I. He's like that. He reflects a lot back to us about our own blocks, our own stupidity, our own egoism, especially to spiritual people. Like, he's really our kind of schoolmaster in a way. So Muruga, his other nature is because he's fast. We're going to do both of his mantras in quick succession so that we don't take time in between. But his nature is he swoops in, fixes it before you even know that he's there, and then he's gone, and the problem is kind of solved. So he's a really useful energy to invoke if you feel, hey, I'm kind of up against it. I can't get out of this situation. I can't figure a way through. Talk to Muruga inside. Either of these mantras will do. The first one is another one of his names, Saravana Bhava. And Saravana Bhava are the seed mantras in the 6-pointed star. If you started at the 12 o'clock position, Saravana Bhava. They are his bija, and they make his name one of his names. He has many names, he has many faces, but it means he's like born in the how do you call them, like the rushes in a little part of a lake, a river. There's a big story about how he gets created, but ultimately when he shows up in the planet, it's because Mother Ganga was willing to birth him. He comes out of the Ganga herself at this little place with like willow and rushes and plants coming up called Saravana Bhava. So he is like that. And those who know the first earth element mantra will recognize some of those syllables as right there. Homa, Kleem, Saoum, Saravana Bhava. A little different from Va, but it's him. That whole first earth element mantra is nothing but a hymn to Lord Muruga, actually. So he's the clarity guy. He's the fix-it guy. And that mantra, Om Saravana Bhava, is like bringing his yantra structure, bringing his structure into our hearts and into our being. And in the center of that 6-pointed star should be the Om. He's like that. So we'll do that. It's very, we could do him already. Crackle, crackle, hello, sir. Patience. So we'll do that mantra first. And then his second mantra that we'll jump to is his speedy fix-it nature. Om, I'm Hreem, not cream, Hreem, R-E-E-M, veil, this thing, veil. Kawket, and that call. He's, so he rides a peacock, but he's also associated with a rooster. Usually he has a flag that has a rooster on it when he goes into battle, and there's a big story about it. But the rooster, they're the ones who wake up in the morning and wake everybody up, right? I mean, there's an implied metaphor in that. But they're caw, right? That's what they caw. This mantra makes us like roosters calling to Muruga. Hey, come fix it. Oh, my Hreem, veil, kawket. So we turn into the noisemaker trying to bring him very quickly to fix whatever the problem is. And you'll feel his energy when he comes in that angle in the fire or in your consciousness if you're chanting this at home afterwards. See what happens. My experience is he's like a bullet train. He just shows up, does the thing, and he's going. Oh, okay, well. He's very the other thing about Muruga, there's so much, but he's so comfortable with the wild Maya of the mother. Like a lot of the Shiva characters, they stand back from her and they go, okay, crazy lady, you're spinning all this illusion of these worlds and planets and kind of don't really want anything to do with that. It's too rich for us, you know? We just stay in our silence. That's the nature of the Shiva. And Muruga is part Shiva character. He's got the upward triangle, but he's also part Ma, downward triangle. And he's the one who sits on her lap in the midst of her Maya, and he's totally clear. No matter how wild her swirl is, he is like the eye of the hurricane. Swoop in, fix it, get it done. It's like he just breaks all the Maya wherever he goes. He's quite a character, which is, if you think about the function of our third eye, that's his point. That's what it should be doing, right? Seeing through the layers of the illusions, seeing through the dramas, seeing through all the nonsense of the relative world to the divine clarity, to the truth. So we'll do both of his mantras together on this very auspicious day of the birth of that Muruga energy when he emerged from Ganga. And let's see what happens. If you have a pernicious problem in your life, or an obstacle, or a heartbreak, or some kind of something, especially that second mantra, ask him to fix it. See what happens. Om Saravana Om Saravana Om Saravana Om Saravana
Om I Hreem Bell Kake Kake. 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 Om kake. Om Aim Hreem Vel kake 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 kake.
Last time.
Om Aim Hreem Vel kake kake.
Good. So our very last mantra today is the Jesus mantra, one of the mantras that Jesus used during his lifetime in India. A lot of people, I think, in the West don't realize that Christ spent many decades in India learning at the feet of the Indian masters all the different miracle abilities and how the energy works and what is this cosmic and who is Mother Divine and what is Shiva and how do all these things come together to form this creation and the healing in it. So Swami Kaleshwar would call Jesus the greatest healer who ever walked on this planet in its entire history, and that all of the saints from any tradition bow to Christ. That he went to lengths with Mother, especially in ways that no saint before, or I dare say since, has done quite that extreme on behalf of humanity. So this mantra, it's one of the ones that he used during his life in India, and it's a very precious, beautiful mantra. Of course, you can take it with you if you're here and you have it on a sheet, you want to use it. It's really linking directly to the consciousness that is Christ. Directly. Couldn't be a straighter line. And that which is in you, that is, I think, the larger point of it. And, you know, to have the greatest healer in our history come into the flame with us today it's a holiness I don't even know any of us have words for, really. But, so we'll talk to him through this mantra, which is Om Na Tali. Tali is like a formal way to say mother in Telugu. Na is mine, me or mine, possessor. Om Na Tali Hrudayam. Hrudayam means the heart in Sanskrit. Om Na Tali Hrudayam Na Swastanam. That is my completion, my end point, my destiny. So even Big Boss Jesus, he's talking to Mother Divine very intimately in his personal meditations. So, and it should be stated, Jesus, it's very interesting when you see him depicted in the iconography of the paintings or icons or ancient carvings or whatever, he always has his mudra, right? You always see him. Like, it's really ubiquitous in Christianity today. You see Christ like this, right? With the fingers, yeah? That's Muruga's mudra. Could there be a link? Gee, I don't know. Just a sec. So let's talk to Mother's number one son, Jesus. And if you have like a healing need, or you have something, or you know somebody who has that, this is the character to ask.
Swasthanam. Om Namaha Swasthanam. Om Namaha Swasthanam. Om Swasthanam. Om Swasthanam. Om Swasthanam. Swasthanam. Om Swasthanam. Swasthanam. Swasthanam.
So we'll pass the offering bowl around. Everybody up. And with the right hand, you're going to offer your flowers and incense. Flowers and incense go onto the bowl. It's one big collective offering. This is for everybody at home. Offer with the right hand, please. New folks, right hand. Offer right hand, touch the coconut right hand. And then everything will go into the fire. Big collective offering. Good. So we'll read all of our sponsors' names one more time, and a giant oh mama again, and everything goes into the fire. So Subama Urupati, Diana Hessraim, Sherry McCorn, Ellen Todd Greener, Matt Walker, Michael Sullivan, Christopher Allen, Cheryl LeBrie, Abigail Rose-Medina, Paulette, Andrea, and Saya Cribb. Jan Martin Sharps, to the Figueroa family, Kobe Hurston, Lou Hurston, Ginger Hurston, Karina Sophia, Myrna Campbell, Brenda Billings, Julie Forrest, Neil Valamaseka, Angelo Moranis, Yoko Rivera and family, Roberta Falk, George Kennedy, Ian Croft and her family, Ian H.R., Barbara Bopa and family, Carolyn Overton and family, Matthew Suzanne David Turkey, Desiree Sterling and her family, and Lily Golden Space of Maha and U.S. Hazel's Heavenly Healing Dubs is founder and clients. Alicia Campbell, J.E.B. Campbell, G.G. Campbell, Claire Liz Pierre Louis, Marinella Tona, Basilica Toma, Yenny Lika, Atina Tona, Noah Katza, Mateo Katza, Afi Katza, John Salati, Andrea Eversberg, Becky and Tom, Michelle Farrell, Gerald Malcolm Mara, Stephanie Catherine Dagla. For all the students in the one-year mastery program of Hunter Because students with great success. The end of white supremacy in America. My brothers and sisters fighting in Ukraine will be successful. Vladimir Zelensky's family that they may stay safe and protected for the people of Palestine. In support of the divine feminine rising in the world, especially for the women. Santa Cruz County heads of service agencies working together to promote fruits, which is homelessness and continued success. For Atma Schumann and his 800 Germans meditating daily for world peace. Thomas Stenzel College Publishing, novelist suicide, Silka and Karma, that they may all flourish. For Psi centers worldwide of this kind of knowledge, blessing, divine information, and healing may they flourish. And finally, for our brothers and sisters here in Los Angeles who are homeless, and for those nationally as well who are facing homelessness, as well as for our veterans here in Los Angeles and nationally, that they may receive the kind of care, nourishment, and really plain love that they richly deserve. And for this we say, Om Mama.
at home, you want to turn around to your right with your palms together in the Namaste position 3 times. It does the same thing. You're using your physical form to carry your soul around and seal in the blessing of the homas. So we want to wish everybody, live streaming folks, a fantastic, just happy Kartika Purnima and Diwali of the gods, and for everybody to enjoy the divinity of